Hello, hello, friends. How are you tonight? Oh, I don't even know what day it is. Is it Friday? It's Friday. Whew, good grief. We are here. My name is Justin Guarini, and this is my presentation as part of Artist Mindset Mastery of part 2 of my 10-part series, the 10 core mindsets you must develop in 2020 to dominate the new entertainment business. Before we get started, I love asking everyone what you're watching from. Let me know in the comments. I am broadcasting to Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and now right over here, I guess it'd be right here for you guys, to Instagram Live. I'm so excited. I actually got to do this on Instagram Live. It's wonderful. And so now I'm everywhere that I can conceivably be, and I'm excited about it. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments. If you're watching across the interwebs and you have no idea who I am, you may recognize me as this guy. Wait a minute. What's going on here? This guy? No, that guy. Hey, there he is. That's me, 2002, on American Idol. 30 million people watching every single week. It was amazing. Or you might recognize me as this guy, Fierro, from Wicked, just one of the 6 Broadway shows that I have had the absolute honor of being a part of. And you may even recognize me as this guy, Lil Sweet. Oh, man, 6 years of a really awesome gig playing this guy, Lil Sweet, in national commercials for Diet Dr. Pepper. It has been absolutely awesome. For those of you who are watching on Instagram, you're actually getting a behind the scenes look at what's going on. Let me get rid of this picture. That's actually a little man. And you may notice that there's a little window down here, and then that guy over there is my producer and business partner, Chuck, who's helping me behind the scenes here. But anyway, let's go and see where some people are watching from. Chuck, is anybody telling us where? Oh, that looks like Puerto Rico. Jenny, hola, hola, hola. Welcome. That's awesome. That's our first one from Puerto Rico. Hello, Christina from Emmett, Idaho. Let's see. Is there anybody on Instagram here? Tell me, hey, Anne Marie Matino from New Jersey. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Like I said, this is part 2 of my 10-part series, 10 core mindsets you must develop in 2020 to dominate the new entertainment industry. And it is all about that right there, artist mindset mastery. So if you don't know me from American Idol or Broadway or Lil Sweet or whatever, tonight you can know me as the CEO and founder of Artist Mindset Mastery. Basically, what this is all about is just really, if you are a performer and you would like to increase your confidence, self-worth, certainty, won't you please comment yes below? That's it. As a matter of fact, I believe so much in it. Boom! I'm going to make it the crawl right there. So if you're an actor or singer and you'd like to increase your confidence, self-worth, and certainty, type yes in the comments, because that is what my team and I are all about at Artist Mindset Mastery. So part 2, 10 core mindsets you must develop in order to dominate the new entertainment business. And I do say new entertainment business because it will not be the same business it's already not the same business that we remember. But when the doors do open to our industry again, and we are figuring it out slowly but surely, it is going to be a whole new game. And those of us who are prepared, those of us who are just ready with not only the skill sets, the singing, the acting, the dancing, the things that we do as performers, but also the mindsets, the evolved beliefs, the evolved attitudes, the evolved people who we bring to those skill sets, we are going to be the ones who book the gigs. Okay, so that being said, yesterday we covered in part 1 the core mindset of the seeker, seeking knowledge, seeking truth. We had 4 levels of that, and we went through kind of, well, where are you on the scale from 1 to 4? And each one of those levels had a very specific sort of criteria. Now, tonight, part 2, our core mindsets, the second core mindset that I would love for you to focus on is the doer. Let's dive right into it. The doer is characterized by their action and passion, or the doer mindset, I should say, is characterized by the action and the passion to get things done. I mean, look, kind of self-explanatory, right? I'm not going to stay too long. In this one, there are also 4 levels as well. Let's dive right in. Okay, The doer, level 1, asleep. Many people come to the Artist Mindset Mastery universe being asleep when it comes to the mindset of the doer. So what does that mean? You're asleep? Well, let's check that out. You daydream on what to do or how to do so long that you inevitably convince yourself that taking the action required is either not possible or necessary. Your mind plays out the failure rate on taking action and will create fantasy failure or fantasy failures in your mind before you even begin, that destroys the desire you have to do anything. Yeah, as someone who is a serious daydreamer, I mean, look, even if I wasn't an artist, I would be a daydreamer. But look, our imagination, the thoughts that we have in our head, I mean, that's our stock and trade when it comes to being a performer, and we love to daydream, and I think daydreaming is wonderful. But how many times, I know I have, how many times have you daydreamed all these wonderful, cool end results that you could have, and then you got to think, oh my goodness, you start to daydream, oh, what do I have to do? And I have to do all these, oh my goodness, and then you think about failing, right? All the actions you have to take, and it just becomes overwhelming, and sometimes you're just like, look, I can't possibly do all this, and all my daydreams of failure and all this, like I can't even, it just destroys my desire to do anything. I'm going to go sit on the couch and binge some Netflix, right? I've been there, no judgments. Hey, if you know someone in your life that is asleep in terms of the doer mindset, type asleep in the comments below. And before I continue on, as I said last night, and I will continue to say throughout this series, this is not something where you should beat yourself up. This is not something where I want you to feel bad about yourself or like, no, this is just taking a hard look at your mindset within these 10 parameters, the 10 major parameters of success, the 10 mindsets that you must have in order to have success as an artist in 2020, in 2021, when the industry opens back up. Okay, so don't beat yourself up, but also be honest with yourself. Now, I know nobody in here watching right now, whether it's on Instagram or wherever it is around the internet. I know none of us are asleep. No. But if you just know someone, asking for a friend, if you know someone who's asleep, why don't you type asleep in the comments below? So that being said, I plowed through the presentation last night, but I would love to stop and say, if you have any questions, comments, please put them in the comments below. I'm also looking here over on Instagram. Hello, Emily. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Tyler. Hello, Kate. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hey, so Chuck, do we have any questions, comments, thoughts, anything interesting? Jay Marie, I hope you can help my 8-year-old daughter. She is so talented, and I don't know where she can join to show off her skills. Well, I can tell you this much. She can go right to, if you just go to facebook.com /Justin Guarini. Don't worry, if you don't know how to spell that, just look up the guy with hair from American Idol. She certainly can strut her stuff in the programs that we have, and in the Artist Mindset Mastery private Facebook group that we have that is totally free to join. But also for Instagram, if you're on Instagram, you can just go anything /Justin Guarini, all the socials. That's where you can go, and you can find out more about Artist Mindset Mastery. And we cater to younger folks. As a matter of fact, I just am doing a master class for my alma mater high school in about a week or a week and a half, something like that. And so I love working with students of all ages, so don't you worry about that. Any more questions, comments there before we move on? Yes, good, we're good. Okay, great, there we go. The people on Instagram are being treated to Chuck in that. What kind of, that's a fedora you're wearing, Chuck? Anyway, let's move right along. Hey, if you're just joining us, this is part 2 of the 10 core mindsets you must develop in 2020 to dominate the new entertainment business. All right, we have covered asleep for the doer mindset. Now we're going to move right along to the doer level 2, awake. Now this is the average starting place that people come to when they enter the Artist Mindset Mastery universe. Okay, so the criteria for the doer level 2 mindset, awake, is this. You've overcome your failure fantasies, those daydreams of failure at one level, and have learned to take action But you can still cannot seem to understand the true costs, the sacrifice, and the work necessary for what you want. And a little delay there. You're only willing to take actions that allow you to stay in your comfort zone and that do not push you beyond what you're currently comfortable with, which leaves you with a hit or miss game of action that you can't really count on. I mean, have you ever, and again, look, if you're looking for a mentor who is perfect, who does not fall flat on his face, then you've come to the wrong place. I certainly have been here. There are points in my life when I go back to this place where it's just like, I'll never forget my good buddy Steve Rosen, who's a wonderful performer and a wonderful writer in the both theater and television world. He said to me one time when I was doing something, he's like, hey, what are you up to? We were doing something. I was like, yeah, I'm doing this. And he's like, man, you're always doing a million things. And you know what? I said to him, yeah, but it feels like I'm getting nowhere. Right? Have you ever felt that way? Like you're doing just so many things, but you feel like, I'm just not getting where I want to go. And maybe it's because you are not leaving your comfort zone. And you might not be, and I know that I in the past have not pushed myself beyond those things that I'm comfortable with. I've kept myself very safely in my lane of knowledge, in my lane of perspectives, in my skill sets. I've done the same old things. I said, look, I'm going to take a bunch of action, but I'm just going to continue to do the stuff that has worked before. This is a theme that's going to run throughout the 10 nights that we discussed this. And it is really a game of how willing are you to leave and go beyond your comfort zone. Does that make sense? I certainly hope it does. Hey, if you are someone or you know someone in your life that is awake, type awake in the comments below. Let's see what's going on. Zach, Mo, Silverell, and Jillian. Hey, welcome to the Instagram. So that being said, do you have any questions, thoughts, comments there, Chuck? Anything good? I'd love to make sure to just stop and let you know nothing doing. Okay, great. Everyone's just taking in the information. I love it. If you're just joining us right now, this is part 2 of the 10 core mindsets you must develop in 2020 to dominate the new entertainment business. And new it already is and will continue to be as we move forward throughout 2020 and into 2021. When we hope it will come back in some semblance to look like. But regardless, I am interested in making sure that we are not only ready with our skill sets, but we are ready with our mindsets. And we make the evolution and evolutions necessary to dominate the new business. Okay, so we have gone through 2 different levels. We're rolling into 3 right now. Level 3 of the doer mindset is active. And I love to put more rarefied air here because there are not a ton of people who come to the Artist Mindset Mastery in this place. However, it is something that is possible to level up to through Artist Mindset Mastery, through the programs, through just the general things that we talk about like this here inside of the Artist Mindset Mastery universe. So what does the doer level 3 look like? Okay, you have come to recognize that everything you want that is bigger, better, and brighter is found on the outside of your comfort zone. Hello. And that the only way to get there is via massive action. Yeah, you have learned that massive action precedes massive reward. Let's say that again. Massive action comes before massive reward, and you are actually starting to become addicted to taking action on what it is that you know. But here's the kicker. You've learned to leverage the power of action, but you've also come to realize that most of your action is kind of random and chaotic, and that often you're addicted to taking action even if it won't work. Again, takes me back even deeper to the story that I said, where it's like very oftentimes I will watch my lovely wife, who I adore and who is like my partner. I watch her go over and be doing something, whether it's for her life or for our house for whatever, and she'll start something over here, and then she'll then go over here and start something over there, and then start something over here, and then exhausted at the end of the day from doing so much stuff, but nothing really gets finished. I'm not judging her. I am guilty of the same exact thing. But what I'm saying is that you recognize that, yes, okay, being awake here, or active rather, here at level 3 is great. I'm doing things, but it tends to be a little bit more random, a little bit more chaotic. It's those people who are like, again, doing a million things, but I know you either know somebody who's doing a million things, but they're always like broke. You're like, man, but they're working so hard. They're doing a million things. Why are they so broke? Part of that may very well be that their action is random. It's chaotic, and you're addicted to taking action, and it makes you feel good. It's like worry, like worry, like the rocking chair, right? It gives you something to do, but doesn't get you anywhere. Well, it's kind of the same thing. So if you are someone, or you know someone, or idolize someone in your life that is active, won't you type active in the comments below? Does that make sense to you? Okay, as always, I love to stop at the end of each one of these things and say, are there any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts? What's on your mind? Nothing. We're going to roll right through. Okay, if you're just joining us, this is part 2 of my 10 core mindsets you must develop in 2020 to dominate the new entertainment business. Okay, we have covered 3 levels so far. The levels we've covered are asleep, aware, and active for the doer mindset. The doer is all about the passion and the action that you take in order to get what it is that you want. All right, so let's bring the train right into the station here with level 4. The top level for the doer mindset is accelerated. Very few people come to this place, or come in this place when they come to this place. That didn't make any sense. Let's try that again. Very few people exhibit the behaviors and mindset that I'm going to tell you when they come into the Artist Mindset Mastery world, but it is, again, what we look to level up to. This is the top echelon of the doer mindset that is going to help you to achieve the kind of success that you deserve in the new entertainment business. So what do I mean by that? You have become a master of your daydreams and learned how to do the work, even when your mind is doing everything it can to resist the necessary action in front of you. And man, let me tell you, that alone, if that were just it alone, mastering the daydreams, yeah, it's great, the daydream, totally cool, but you don't let them become a torrent of doings and things that take you and sweep you away. No. You master that, and you learn how to do the actual work it takes. You recognize the sacrifice that needs to be made in order to achieve the things that you want. How the old things, I think it was a biblical verse, time to put childish things aside. There's many childish things that we carry into adulthood, but you recognize when you are at the accelerated level of the doer mindset that time to do work. And you're aware of the battle inside of your head when your mind is doing everything it can to resist the necessary action. Because if you are still watching this here, because there have been people, I've watched the numbers, they've come and they've gone, but if you are still watching this here and you've been here from the beginning, or you're continuing to stay here, there are a lot of people who've just gone on like, nah, but it's the same sort of mindset, the fact that you are here, congratulations, that it takes in order to get what it is that you want. Your mind fights all, because it's so easy to just be, and just to move along. What are the 3 big things in terms of stuff that you hear people trying to hawk all the time? What's it usually? In weight loss, in relationships, and in money, right? Well, you know what it takes in order to be, if you are challenging yourself when it comes to weight, you know what it takes in order to do it. And you know the battle that your mind has. You know what it takes to save money or to take care of your money. You know what it takes, or can easily find out what it takes to have a better relationship. Yet, do you do the work? And do you resist that thing inside of your brain that says, nah, we don't need to do that? Well, on top of that, you've also, when you are doer level 4 accelerated, you've also attained a level of mastery with strategic action and found the power of minimizing the actions you take but making sure the one thing you do daily and weekly counts when it comes to pushing you forward to what you want. You've also found a level of comfort in the uncomfortable. There's a lot to unpack there, and I'm not going to go too deep into it here on this, but I will touch on a couple of points when I say you've obtained a level of mastery with strategic action. It's not that random, chaotic stuff that makes you feel like you're doing a whole bunch of things and getting a whole bunch of places, but really at the end of the day, you're only inching forward. No, you take strategic action, and here is a secret. You have found the power of minimizing the actions you do. See, it's like almost like, it's like watering down your energy. When you just put it everywhere, it's just not concentrated, right? It just goes every single where. But when you minimize the actions and focus your mind and your thoughts and your actions and the things that you do on a daily basis, and you cut out the fat, so to speak, then you come up with that one thing you do daily or weekly that counts, that it comes and it pushes you forward to what it is that you want. And then just the last little bit here before I wrap this up, you found a level of comfort in the uncomfortable. And especially as a performer, a singer, actor, a dancer, whatever you juggler, whatever it is you do, we must become comfortable with the uncomfortable. For me, my place of uncomfortable is my zone of genius. I love it. I want that in what it is that I do and how I do it. It's so important to me because that is when I find that I make really interesting choices and that things happen that I when I go and I embrace that uncomfortability, you know what I'm talking about. I won't go too deep into it. We go more deep into that in the Artist Mindset Mastery universe. But let's wrap this thing up by saying, if you are someone, Zach, let's see. Oh, Zach had a question on Instagram. Okay, I'll roll that back in 1 second. But if you are someone or or idolize someone in your life that is accelerated, won't you type accelerated? Zach! Oh, Zach says, man, I'm just waking up, fully going through a huge spiritual awakening. Well, bless you, brother. I am for you. That's awesome. Awesome. And thank you. Let's see who else typed awake in there. I am Tim Easton. Yes, awake. I love it. Thank you very much for participating in their Instagrammers. I love it. I'm so glad that I get to see all this. You get to see behind the scenes. So much fun. Okay, so if you know someone in your life or idolize someone, won't you type accelerated in the chat or the comments below? All right, any questions, Chuck? Any comments, any thoughts, anything? I feel like we're just keeping it lean today. Okay, great. So my big question for you, which you can type in the comments below, is, are you, when it comes to being a doer, having the passion and the drive and having the desire to do what it takes to get what it is that you want, especially when it comes to singers and actors and dancers and performers? Are you asleep? Are you aware? Are you active? Or are you accelerated? Won't you type your answer below in the comments? All right, that's it. We kept it lean. I think it was half as long as it was last night, Chuck. Thank goodness. So, hey, this is part 2 of my 10 core mindsets you must develop in 2020 to dominate the new entertainment business. Tomorrow night, we're going to cover part 3, self-reliant, one of my favorite ones. One of my favorites, self-reliance, without a doubt. Okay, so that being said, thank you so very much for tuning in. Thank you to those of you who made the commitment to stay, and I appreciate you. I see you. I recognize you. Thank you very much. I'm Justin Guarini. This has been Artist Mindset Mastery Part 2 of the 10 core mindsets you must develop in 2020 to dominate the new entertainment business. If you are an actor or a singer and you would like to increase your confidence and self-worth and certainty, then won't you just type yes below in the comments? He's telling me to hold on 1 second. He's bringing me to, because I'm using my phone and my second monitor over there, we don't have our channel of communication that we normally do. So you're seeing it. What's this say? This says, I'm gonna look over here today. Oh, yes. Okay, for sure. I cannot end, and I would like to say, especially as someone who works in New York a lot, and I consider where I live as one of the satellites of New York City. Today is a very somber day, in remembrance of 9/11. Thank you very much, Chuck, for bringing that up. It is something that I've thought about today, and I like to try and keep things positive and keep things very, very much segmented, but I don't think that I could end this, and I'm glad that I didn't without mentioning 9/11 and making sure that we remember the heroes. And it is all the more important that I thank Chuck, my producer down there, in his fedora with his stash, because as many of you may or may not know, you know, I'm gonna bring you on, Chuck. Why not? Let's let everyone see that the mustache and mustaches. Hey, Chuck is a firefighter, a lieutenant in the firefighters company in Prince William County in Virginia. So thank you very much for your service, for not only being a lieutenant and a firefighter, but being an EMT, being an awesome friend and wonderful producer. Thank you very much for all that you and you people do, man. And it's especially important to remember on this day. So thanks.
That's why, you know, it's thank you. That's all I'll say is thank you. And
all right,
you know,
yeah, no worries.
I don't know what else to say. It's, you know, it's a day. It's a day for sure, and it's a day to remember. And there were a lot of people that did a lot of things and tried to
saved a lot of lives.
Do a lot of good. So I mean, it's
absolutely. I mean, it is. We are all going through a challenging time right now, and it's like one more thing, but especially this day and the sacrifice that so many made so that we could all be free is very important. So thank you for bringing that up. And that concludes this presentation of let me go back up here. The 10 mindsets. Oh, there it is. Nope. Is that it? No, it's not coming up. All the delays. There it is. 10 core mindsets you must develop. Thank you so very much. Check in 2020 to dominate the new business. I'm Justin Guarini. This is Artist Mindset Mastery. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your night.